We're on. The internet, video games, all of the things that our kids and grandkids can't get enough of, right? And us too, right? So, my goal is to have us all be contributors rather than consumers of a lot of the social media content. So that as you go to look to something to entertain you, you're going to something that's going to fill you up and nurture you and make you even more equipped to do your job in the world as Rotarians, correct? So, my background, what I'd like to start off with is if you could take the piece of paper that Rory handed out to you, and if you don't have one, just raise your hand and Rory will give you a piece of paper. All right, so my background is born and raised in Detroit, was going to go into the factories. By the time I started to reach 18, and you don't need a degree to go into the factory, so I wasn't even thinking high school degree, that would be nice, but not necessary. All the jobs were gone elsewhere, so I had to reinvent myself. And somebody said to me, a friend of the family said to me, not are you going to go to college, but what are you going to go to college for? So that's what we call in education an intervention. Something happens to that kid that makes them change what they think about themselves. Agreed? Right? Okay, so now that you have that piece of paper, would you please write my name on the top of it? Because Mr. Printer didn't work. I had a beautiful thing, but it didn't work. And so now we're going to create it ourselves. And also, as a teacher, that's my encore career that I chose because I wanted to give back to young people like people gave back to me to change how I felt about myself so that I could have more opportunities, right? All right, so let's say, for example, all right, let me go back. Linda Gaffey, and also to clear up some confusion for Geraldine and a lot of the people who have seen me at all of the Viera Means Business networking events and anything to do with Jill Blue and Viera Voice newspaper, Senior Life newspaper, Blue Water Creative Group, the Viera Voice Scarecrow Stroll that's coming up starting in October, the Viera Harvest Festival that's going to be on October 17th. All of these things, all of these events kind of work together. We are starting a contest at the Harvest Festival, and that's for kids to come in and pick up a piece of paper that has a few instructions on it and a link to a website to go and find out information about a gentleman by the name of Major General John Cleland. Is anybody a member at IRCC or live at IRCC or MOA, Military Officers of America? Cape Canaveral chapter at IRCC is our sponsor for that contest. And at the November 7th Veterans Salute at the Senior Life Boomer Bash Senior Fest, we're going to have the kids come up on the stage that have won the contest. And so there are a lot of things that work together to bring in a lot of the wonderful character that you guys develop, that you love, all of the things, great American, all these things, successful business people, all of these great values that you share and you want to share with others are all built into this program. So in 2017, I came to I came to the Viera Charter School principal, Dr. Katie. Raise your hand if you have a kindergartner that just started today at Viera Charter School, or just started this year. Desiree. Anybody else have any children, grandchildren, went through Viera Charter School? Thank you. You know that it was started as a space school because when the shuttle program ended, all of our talent went elsewhere, or they stayed, but there was nothing for them to make money on, so that was tough, and we decided that we don't want that to happen again. Robert Jordan, former school board chairman, now chairman of Viera Charter School, says we need to start something to raise up our space program workers, etc. So I come from building cars, trade school. I mean, I'm all about getting to work right as soon as you have the skills, you start applying them immediately. That's the antithesis, that's the opposite of what goes on in the education system. Can I have a volunteer to give me maybe one solution that could help the education program? What would help education? When you see your kids come home, do you ever see papers that have written a grade or comments on it come home? We don't really see that much anymore. A lot of our work now is being done on the computers, so unless you as a parent or grandparent know how to get in there and get in to see their work, you don't really see it. So the kids don't really get a lot of feedback on what they're writing and how great it is. So here comes a different way to teach writing. A different way to teach, to strengthen reading skills, literacy overall. I know that's one of your big foundations. And a different way to teach how to research, or actually to teach how to research for the very first time, period, ever, for a lot of the students. So, does that sound like something that would be interesting yet? Let's see if we can do a little something with it. How about if instead of teaching English, and the kids just, every time you mention there's a really nasty word in teaching English, and it starts with an E. It's not 4 letters, but it's just darn near close, and it's called an essay. Yep. When you mention the word essay, all the kids go, oh. Now, I never mention that word, but I do call it content. Everything is content. Everything that is in a book or on a website, everything that you look to entertain yourself with, to educate yourself with, it's all content, right? Mm-hmm. So we don't have to use that terrible word anymore. But guess what format we use to write that content? It's an essay. It's an essay. So I, as coming down to the end of my journalism career, because I still write and publish all the time, and all my kids do. I says, let's see, how about if we make something more fun? Let's go, okay, imagine if your kids or your grandkids come into school, and when they start they get to their English period, instead of, okay, we're going to learn grammar, okay, we're going to learn the 5-paragraph essay, okay, and giving them, every year, every student has a new English teacher, and they all teach it differently. They use graphic organizers, the Venn diagram, oh my God, there's so many different things, processes that it takes to get to write an article that they forget every year how to write an essay. Every single year they have to start over again. Very confusing. So when I said to Dr. Katie, hey, I want to start teaching, I'd like to substitute teach until I can figure out what's going on, get my certifications and everything. And Dr. Katie, who I've been reporting on the school since before its inception in the Viera Voice newspaper, she says, no, you just come here. We'll scoop this together and we'll scoop this together, and boom, there's your job. So that was great. So I was still able to create all this content and get it out into the local papers to let people like Desiree know that there's something exciting happening at Viera Charter School that you want to have your kids into, right? So the Dream It, Do It Content Creators Club. How about that? Now, imagine you're a student, right? And you see this slip of paper stuck on the door of the English room classroom that says, do you want to join this club? Okay, the Dream It, Do It. Does anybody remember the phrase, if you can dream it, you can do it? And who said that? Oh, okay. This young gentleman's probably consuming a product by Disney right now. No? We love it. Okay, we love Disney. We love it. That's right. So, if you can dream it, and I added something to it, and you're willing to put in the effort, you can do it. And that's what I teach my kids. Okay, so it's the Content Creators Club. And you mean to tell me that if I write something up, I write a story up, and then I can read it out, and then I'll have a video podcast? How exciting is that, right? You mean to tell me I can read a book and my friend with my friend, and we can sit next to each other and talk about this book, and everything is written according to a structure that I've given them. They never have to sit down and wonder, what do I write? Whether it's a assessment like the best writing or fast reading assessments, they never have to wonder what to write. Okay, so yes, I want to do that. This is so exciting with Mrs. Gaffey. Over the period of time that I'm there, I get to create this brand, Mrs. Gaffey. When they see Mrs. Gaffey, they're like, "Oh my God, this is the person that I create with. This is awesome. This is wonderful." Now, mind you, I've been teaching this for my core English subjects for 8 years. I started off as the writing coach at Vieira Charter School. Then I did my training at Cocoa High School. Oh my word, Cocoa High School. Woo! I love it. I love it. But I'm from Detroit. I'm used to, wow, I'm used to that. I have such an affinity with Cocoa, I can't tell you how much it's very much like the way that I grew up. Okay, so now, the first thing that we do is let's go ahead and look at our paper. So Linda Wiggins, and can you also then write down www? Let's write, come on, let's go. I'm a teacher, you're not getting out of it, let's go. Relation skills for life. .org. Relations, RelationSkills.org.
You're for life, right?
We're sorry about that. Yeah, Relation Skills for Life.
FOR or number 4?
FOR, life.
For life.org.
.org. That's right. Okay, now you have a way to see. Right now we are redoing the website this morning because we're getting ready to bring our kids in for the year. So by the end of today, it'll be bueno. But so go there tomorrow. It's due for October 1st, so we have a little bit of finessing that we're still doing to it. And that is mainly goes out to parents so that they can register their kids for the classes, kind of thing. And then there's opportunities to donate to others, such as my kids at Cocoa. They don't pay, but they pay differently. They get paid whenever they give me content that I'm able to post on the website. They get paid, and so a portion of their pay goes back to us to cover, because you got to have skin in the game, right? Am I right? Skin in the game, very, very important. Okay, so let's see. What do we think about that so far? What do we think about that? A different way to teach writing. And that, of course, improves reading. It improves vocational, because we'll talk about that a little bit, how it affects vocation. What do we think? Any comments so far? Questions so far? Okay, so I get certified for teaching, which means I can no longer go by my stage name of Linda Wiggins, which I'll be honest, I use my maiden name because I have always attracted a certain amount of negativity because I have conservative values. Okay, so Mrs. Gaffey is a little different. I have to use what's on my driver's license for your certification. So now I have this identity for the first time with people other than the Maytag repairman of the people with my married name. So, all right, so let's go ahead and talk about the structure that we use. How did I come up with the structure for the template I'm going to tell you about? It's called Topic 1, 2, 3. Okay, the next thing I want you to, let's pause, and I want you to write down my email, which is easy, Relation Skills. Chuck, you're not writing. These are things that we do. And man, teaching is a whole nother thing. When I came out as an award-winning reporter and editor, great, but teaching is a whole nother thing. To be able to keep kids quiet, to get them engaged, you just have to. Okay, so let's go ahead and
What's
let
the
me.
rest of your email address?
Oh, sorry about that. Relationskills@gmail.com. Relation skills. So now you have a way to keep in touch with me. So what I would like you to do next is give me 3 of the top things, just that you can think of off the top of your head, the benefits of you participating in Century Rotary. Just a quick 1, 2, 3. Just write them
I
down
get
for
to
me.
sit next to Geraldine.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I'm sure she'd say the same
Don't
about
worry,
me.
she's writing in cursive, so no kids can cheat off her. Yeah. Okay. So if you don't mind, I'm going to walk around and kind of peek at what you're writing down. Oh, those relationships, I like that. Building relationships turns into money, doesn't it? Hey, relationships too. That's in my name, isn't it? Relation skills. So how to have the skills to have relationships with yourself. Would you mind, my dear Joanne? Let's push it over to.
Miss Linda, we only have about 3 minutes left.
Okay, that's all right. I'm gonna wrap you up in 3 minutes because we have a relationship, don't we? You have my contact information. What I want to do here is I want to engage you as my helpers to be able to not only teach the kids after school. Let's go. Let's click on this one. Relation skills for life. So what you've been seeing is you've been seeing the student facing what the student sees, right? So now we're going to go behind the scenes and we're going to see what's actually happening. So this is relation skills for life. It's with ourself. That's probably the most important thing, isn't it? Our relationship with ourself, right? Being true to what we say we're going to do, not letting ourselves down, not people pleasing, not self-abandoning, but we're taking care of ourselves, right? And then we can take care of others. And there's others there, and there's the community. Okay, so relation skills. So that allows us to be able to serve places like Cocoa High School and the Temple Terrace community that you love, Boys and Girls Clubs. There, we're going to have a location there for that 90 minutes each week. That 90 minutes is going to deliver to them every single thing that they need to achieve a 5 on a score of 1 to 5. All assessments go from 1, which means 0, you don't know anything. You don't even know how to speak a word of English. That's in a 1, okay? 5 is the tops. Now, most intervention gets kids from 1s to 3s. 3's grade level, right? But then what? Our space program, our business people, we need people who are in the 5s so they have that creative mind to be able to create new things, right?